Hey guys, okay, this is just a quick thing, so you're not getting the little picture in the corner. Okay, so to do these corner pockets, basically all you do is you take a piece that is taller and wider than your pocket. You place it down the way you're going to want it to sit, okay, so leaving black edge on both sides. And you're going to make a mark where you want this piece to end and where you want this piece to end. And then you take it to your cutter and you line up the two marks and you cut it. I don't want to cut it because, you know, I'm running very low on paper. But that's how you do it. And then you end up with nice little black edge all the way around. If you're not sure the first time doing it, make it the same length. Make it go to, you know, to the tip so that you can then get the outside done, and then you can maybe bring back the inside piece in order to get your edge. Just thoughts. But anyway, and then this is from that paper that we used on the box itself. And then I have this much to use in the journal. So that way that paper comes back at some point. Let me go ahead. Now I'm inking from behind. I think I've told you guys this, you know, several times in the past, because I don't really want black ink on the papers, but I don't want the white core showing. And I know in the past I've not been doing great on my inking. Okay, got a little damaged corner there, so all right, we're gonna go ahead and take our little corners here, and I probably, oh no, good. I was going to say I probably left that uncapped too long. Okay, so we're got our flaps, and I'm pulling them out and putting glue on the inside of the flap, okay? And then I'm going to put my paper in and fold the ends over, making... Now if you get too much of a bulk here, like this is still touching a little bit, just trim a little bit more off. There we go. Because you don't want to overlap. You don't want to overlap these two pieces. Doesn't matter if there's a little space there that's not got any black or whatever color you're using. But you don't want to overlap them because then it's going to be too thick. And so again, this is the corner here. You do want to make sure before you do anything that you slide these on and that you're going to be able to put them point to point. Now this one is a little bit longer, so I am going to just kind of blunt that little bit of end off of there. And let's double check. Remember, it's easier to go back and take more off than it is to try and add it back because you cut too much. And there we have where they do come together at the bottom, okay? And that's what we're looking for. I'm going to just... there. Okay, so we're going to open these up, and on the inside we're putting glue. It's different than what we normally do, so that might be confusing. Normally we would be putting glue here and here and attaching it to the top, but because we are going to want these to match up on the ends, that is the best way to make it happen. Again, let's make sure. I see now that one I cut where it's just right. Okay. There we go. So there's our pockets. And then I'm going to glue these down just like that. And that will be our pocket for the back of the page, base 1 page. Okay, so this is page 4, but it is our first base page. All right, the one with the big pocket in the front. So the first part. All right, so that was that one, and I'll see you for the next one, guys. Bye. Hey guys, no little picture. This is just a quickie. This is our middle or our second base page, 4th page. So the back of the base page. And I went ahead, because of this, I laid every piece of paper down. And the only ones that I really liked were this, with the green, and using this, and of course then the solid, making sure you can see that, then the solid green behind everything. So, you know, the pinks all pull this, the reddish colors pull that, you know, this is going to match this, and then I wanted something to kind of bring it all together on this page, so I made myself a black doily. So, and then I also, just to change this up a little bit, on the top and the bottom, let me show you the other side of this, is these little long pieces. So I went ahead and cut those off. And then I'm going to flip this around, but this is not long enough. Let me go ahead and move these things out of the way. When you kind of set this here, and this here, and then put this, as you can see, it's not long enough. I mean, if you line it up to the bottom where you would want it, there's way too much at the top, and vice versa. So what I'm going to do, because this is going to be not a, what do you call it? Yeah. It's not going to be a belly band on a belly band. You know, it's not going to be a horizontal belly band on a vertical belly band. This is all going to be glued down. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half, you know, ish, doesn't really matter, but just kind of get it close to cut in half. And what I did here was I cut this out to be the mat on the base page. And then I cut this out. It's just a piece that I had, and I think we've already gone over that it's 4 inches wide, okay? And then I did glue it around the bottom. So this goes from the actual edge of the black page, the bottom, and this goes to the actual top of the black page. This mat is cut just so you see black all the way around. And then I got it where I wanted it. I checked it on the page itself, and then I flipped it around, and I just glued these down, holding it all where I wanted it. Now, I know you're looking at this and you're going, oh, it's not centered. This is the outside, this is the spine side. I want it to be easy to pull out whatever you put in here. So say we make this book, have this booklet, and we do this. Okay, so we're going to center it. It's going to look all nice and pretty. But I want more room. If I go to pull this out, it's this way I have a lot more room to grab it. Okay, it's looser. This side, it's closer to the edge, so it holds it down more, where this side, the edge is further away from this piece, and so it doesn't hold it down as hard. I don't know. It's just kind of my little me thing. It's my little me thing, whatever, you know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down real quick to show you guys. And again, this is, you know, making, ink. This is making all of the papers stretch out a little bit. And on this one, see, I have a black part here, but I don't have it on this side. So I'm going to kind of give myself a little bit of a black. So now it looks a little more even. It's not all the way, you know, it doesn't look exactly like, but that's fine. It's, as you're looking at it as a whole, that is going to give you the idea. Oh boy, I was off there. That was going to give you the idea that it is the same on both sides. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to line this up. And then this was all cut as one piece, so you know it's the exact same. So you want to cut the one whole piece first. But a lot of times I will do this, even if, excuse me, even if it's not like a actual strip. If it's just two different pieces of paper. I was thinking about doing it with this. I'm so sorry, excuse me. But when I just saw those, I thought, oh, that's just perfect. So now let's ink this one up and do the same thing. It's just giving that idea that the black is there. That's it. And again, it's just going to be, your eye is just not going to catch that because you've made it symmetrically pleasing, I guess. Now I'm going to use this and get it so it's kind of matching what's up here, so that I can put this, I still need to move it up more, so that I can put this where I want it, and it's all going to match up pretty. I want everything to be pretty. Okay, there's that. And it doesn't, you know, it doesn't, you're not going to see this side versus this side because you're going to have the green down the center. So, oh, I didn't ink. Thank you, whoever was yelling at me. Sheila, I'm sure you were yelling at me, and Tanya. Among others. I'm loving that I'm getting so many wonderful comments. You guys are just such lovely creatures. And I really appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers, so welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. I tell you, it's it's fun at doing what I love, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and make a mark on both sides, just so I know, because I am trying to line this up on both sides. And looks like that's going to work very nicely. Ink. Okay, let me just double check here. All right, so now I want to see if I'm getting this. So it looks like that is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's why. There. That makes it look better. I'm like, wait a minute. We are not centering up very nicely at all. And then I think that's where I would put it anyway, so I'm going to leave that right there and ink this up. And even though this is thought of as a background print, it is pretty wild, as are most of Graphic 45's things. That's okay. We like it. So I'm just going to line it up on one side, and it should be just fine for the other. And I'm not running it down through the middle. I don't want it to go down in that crease. So I'm just running it, you know, just where it's at. Just where it's at. All right, and then this, I want to make sure that I'm also going to center this. And that looks pretty good. And I am going to glue the whole thing down because, like I said, this is not a belly band or anything. This is just decoration on the belly band. You could certainly do a belly band on this if that's what you so desire. Let's see, I need that right about there. Yeah, I mean, this would totally make a cute belly band on top of a belly band. So you would just had left a 1/2 inch on each side of this green sheet, flipped it over, glued this down, but not onto the back of this, just onto the green. And then you would have had a belly band. Perfect little bit. You could have put it on black. And then these birds are almost the same height as the green paper. So I really want to try and make sure I have a little teeny bit of green coming off on both sides. But I think that's really pretty, isn't it? I love it. Now let's see if I can move this without moving the birds. Well, I didn't do that. But there. That's a nice spread there. And then, of course, we will make ourselves some kind of, probably just a, let's see, where's my black? I need my black. Maybe oh no, here it is. I was going to say maybe I used all that I stuck out here, but I didn't think I did. So, let's cut this down. So instead of 8 1/2, I'm going to make it 7 3/4. now it's 7 3/4. That's good size. And let's just fold it in half. You can certainly get your scoreboard out if you want to. Get this on the white so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Got a little bit of stuff. And then there we go. There's that. And then of course that will get decorated. All right, guys. So there's page number 2. Or, you know, the back of the base page number 2. See you in a while.